to give you some good hints and tips and talk about how he works closely with in-house firms.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. Hi, good afternoon everyone. Thanks so much for stopping by. I thought it was just going to be me here. Thank you. Forgive me, I'm getting over a cold, so if my voice goes, you'll know why. So as you said, Michael Singer. I'm the CEO and founder of Glover Daniels International. I've been in the business 34 years. I'm very old. Experience, yes. And I'm old and experienced. Yes. So I'm a bit of a poacher turned gamekeeper, and I'm going to sort of self-declare that straight away. I've been in executive search an awful long time. Made a lot of money doing executive search, and during the global financial crisis in 2008, 2009, I moved the business out. I'd spent 10 years in recruiting for the search industry, so I know the search industry very well. Talk very international. A lot of the top search companies were my clients, and I interviewed them, so I know how they work and how they operate. And it kind of made me realise this sort of, epiphany that we're charging an awful lot of money, 35-40% of salary, for doing something that actually isn't that complicated. So is anyone in the search industry now? Just so I know who's going to avoid the big batch from me. Okay. And even search companies use us, by the way. They outsource their research to us. So I now live in Sri Lanka. The weather today is lovely. I live on a beautiful tropical island of Sri Lanka. I've flown here all the way, especially to bring you some Ceylon tea to do it. And there's the thing that shows there. Companies are burning money. They are spending fortunes of their budget that they don't need to spend. And using our business, Glover Daniels International, we can help you to build that process. It isn't really that complicated. So what does it take to be successful in search? Let me tell you what it isn't. And this is the perception. You've got to have gone to a certain public school to be successful in the search. No, you don't. You have to have served on certain regiments. No, you don't. There are certain search companies, and I don't want to get into battles with them, where there's brigadier this and brigadier that, chief of staff is this person, that they hire from the regiments. And that was what I call old school search. Yeah? I don't think you need to do that. To me, executive search is basically a fancy term for proactive recruitment versus reactive. Yeah? Proactive versus reactive. All of you that are in recruitment will know once you get the candidate in front of you who's engaged in interest and opportunity, you will sell your opportunity to them. They will say, yes, I'm interested or I'm not. They will either match your criteria, you'll put them in front of the hiring manager, they might get on well, you've got a second interview, third interview, offer, on board. And that process does not change. That is recruitment. The only difference in executive search is how do you engage with that candidate? How do you tap in to a passive potential candidate, passive recruiter, who is out there and probably the best in the market. They're not on a candidate database, they're not on a job board. Most senior people do not put the CVs out to database because they know what happens. I spent 8 years in contingency. The mail CV is mail shot everywhere to stop anyone else doing it. In those days, we used to run to the fax machine. And I remember fax machines to get the time stamp to show the client we got there before the other company. Yeah? So if you want the best in the market, instead of the best on the market, you need to use a targeted approach. LinkedIn is not the answer to everything. It's not the answer. Not everyone is on LinkedIn for a start. And also, if we take 100 profiles on LinkedIn and look at them, we expect to see what we call movement in about 25 to 35 of them. Typically 30% of LinkedIn is inaccurate at any one time. Yeah? People have moved jobs, particularly since the Great Resignation. An awful lot of people have moved jobs. They've created new profiles. They've moved from Bath to Bristol. They've been promoted. They've gone to another company. They haven't updated the LinkedIn. So you can't rely on LinkedIn. It's a tool, and we use it. It's one of 16 tools which my team use. Each and every one of you will have been recorded as attending an exhibition today. That data is legally and ethically available. I used to be a policeman, by the way, a UK policeman, before I got a real job. So my team will not do anything illegal or unethical. It's all public domain stuff. And the information is there. Yeah? But you can't rely on LinkedIn for sure. And I say a lot of your application tracking systems or your CRMs will be massively out of date. If you have not updated them in the last 12 months, I spoke to an MD 2 days ago. He was very honest with me, and he said, Michael, I have very expensive consultants looking at a CRM that I know is 90% out of date. I said, well, that's not a smart decision. He said, oh no, I know it's out of date. The people they're calling are wrong. I said, well, give me that data. We will update your data for you. It's all confidential. We sign non-disclosures all the time. And I've been in this business a long time. You don't survive if you don't have ongoing integrity. But we do sign non-disclosures. It's your data. Give it to us. We will find out where they are. Yeah? Most senior people in a particular sector have not gone off to be Uber drivers or window cleaners. Maybe some have. But the majority have moved. Yeah? They're in the industry somewhere. We'll find them using detective skills. So the police experience is useful. Using a logical thought process, where did the person go to? Where are they now? That's search. Yeah? Using detective proactive methodologies to find people, and we'll find out who took the job for them, where did they come from, what's their extension number. So the data that you can use is accurate, verified, and thorough. Because otherwise, you're not going to find the best people. You're just going to find the best available. And there's a big, big difference. When you look at business critical roles, you need the best person for the job. Do you know when you go to top search companies, who does your research? It's not the top consultant that has come in done a glitz and pitch to you. It's generally a fresh graduate. I found lots of them jobs in my 34 years in the business. Nothing wrong with that. But they are fresh graduates looking at LinkedIn. That's what you're paying 35% for. Typically, the consultant comes in at the second agency interview as a cup of tea and shortlists and charges you £35,000 for the pleasure. If it's 100,000 salary, I've been away from this country about 14 years. That used to be the norm. Now 200,000 for a mid-level role is not unheard of. Yeah, quite a few people nodding at me there. 60 to 70,000 pounds fee. Have you ever broken that down and said, okay, a consultant probably worked on the project for 12 to 15 hours. Work out the hourly rate. If my lawyer or accountant charged me that, I would fall on the floor laughing. You would, wouldn't you? And yet what do? We pay it every day. Why? Because that's the only alternative. You can't do search in-house. You've got to go to a special school or a regiment. No, you don't. Load of rubbish. Most searches take 12 to 16 weeks to complete. Do you know why? Because research takes 6 to 8 weeks to do. Why? Because they're typically working on up to 5 assignments at any one time. So your 6 weeks of research is spread out. You know, your 8 days of research is hard. My researchers work in teams of 4, and they work on one project at a time. One project for 8 hours, 4 people focused. A lot of mind mapping, a lot of team dynamics, and I'm the first to admit, 4 brains are better than 1, 4 sets of eyes are better than 1. You can solve a problem as a team, as opposed to a fresh graduate or working on their own. Yeah? This is what most people, even if you've got the research capability in-house, for those who do search in-house, I would ask you just to check the time that it's costing you to have that researcher to spend that amount of hours to map the people for you is actually very expensive with UK salaries. Yeah? It's very expensive, and it's going to take you a long time to do it. The other thing that people are terrified of is picking up the phone. They think it's like double glazed salesman. You know, and actually it's not that difficult. My business partner who's sitting in the back smiling, Roy Ripper, he's a corporate trainer, and he will actually teach you how to do that call. This is fading. Can you hear me okay? He will actually help you to do that call, or we will have the outreach for you as well. My team have the outreach capability. And if you're not confident to pick up the phone and say, hi, my name's Michael, I work in executive search, I've got an amazing opportunity that I want to bring to your attention. Can I talk to you now, or could I make an appointment to tell you about my company's opportunity? That's it. That's executive search. That's what you're paying £35,000 for someone to make that call. But if your team are not confident enough, we'll work with you. If you don't want to do it at all, give it to us, we'll outreach. All my team speak English as their first language. I don't speak Sinhala or Tamil. If they don't understand me speaking English at this speed, they can't work for Glover Daniels. Yeah? So they all go to the international schools, typically done their degrees in the US, UK, Australia, Dubai. So they have very confident English, and we've trained them to research. So we're a British company based in Asia. That's quite an important differential. People like dealing with someone who knows the difference between Barclays and Birmingham and somebody who knows executive search and knows how to do it. We're not a resourcing company. We do not go to job boards. You can do that yourself and download CVs. We're a research company. Yeah? So if you're not sure on how to make that first impression, the dreaded headhunt call, we can do it for you. Typically, we're saving companies about 90% of their spend on exec search fees. I don't know how much you spend as an organisation. If you took 10 hires over the year, that's an awful lot of money you're spending. We can save you about 90%. When I did these slides and started doing this job, I actually thought that would be the number one buying reason why people came to us. We can save you money. But you know what? That's not the main reason. Surprisingly, in our searches, typically that, you can do multiple hires if you want. So if we give you a talent map, and if it's smart and given us the brief for frequently hired roles, you can make 10 hires on the research that we've done. It's still only one fee from our point. There's no recurring fees. Okay? The reason why a lot of people use us is speed. Because I've got teams of 4, what's happening is their 8 days of research is 2 team days. Yeah? Simple maths, 2 team days. So you brief us yesterday, let's say on an assignment. The team will work on it today. By our close of business tomorrow, we will send you back our report. That's accurate, verified and thorough. We will send you that report back to us. But with a time difference, that's lunchtime Friday. Just think about that. You're in front of a hiring manager who's got a business critical role. You know, the sales director or the finance director's dropped dead, or worse, it can be. The sales director's just told you he's leaving to join the competition and he's taking 2 of your top salespeople with you. How quick can your business respond to that business critical hire? Time is important. So within a day and a half of briefing us, you can get your team reaching out to people and saying, hey, we've got a great job, we'll tell you about it. Or if you don't want to do it, give it to us, we'll do it for you. So that's where we use the time difference, being in Asia, and also we cover clients all over the world. So in the morning they're reaching out to Australia, New Zealand. In the afternoon they're reaching out to Europe. That's basically it. We can reduce costs, we can reduce the time to hire, and we can maximize your talent pool. And search doesn't have to be only for the most senior roles, and that's often a misnomer. If we go back to what I said in the beginning, it's proactive recruitment instead of reactive. You can actually use that model for a whole number of roles, mid-level roles. Yeah, there doesn't have to be board-level positions. We are not proud about what we search for. We did a project for Tesco's a little while ago. They wanted us to map out the buying teams of all of the retailers in the UK. Every single one. Waitrose, Sainsbury's, Marks and Spencer's, Iceland. Who buys frozen chickens for Iceland? Somebody does. Who is it? How do I get them? What's their email address? Are they on LinkedIn? So we went from category director, purchasing director, right way down to merchandisers. If that person has a LinkedIn profile, or an internet footprint, they're on the internet somewhere, legal and ethical, in an explanation we will not do anything unethical to get information, we won't hack anyone's computers. But if the person has an internet footprint, we can genuinely find them. Yeah? Or we can call into the company, as we did. Can you tell me who buys frozen chickens for? Why do you want to know? Well, we sell chickens, we want to sell, oh yeah, it's Sally Taylor. Here's her email address. So we can do it for that. So what I'd like you to think about is using a proactive recruitment method for more frequently hired roles, where you don't have to go out to search. You can do a project and hire 10 people from them and save your company an awful lot of money. You can just say thank you, mate. Does anyone have any questions for me? Stunned in sight. Does anyone here do search and help? One question.
My name's Winnie. I work for Google, and we're building an in-house executive search team, actually as you speak. My question is, how do you build a talent pipeline for executives as an in-house recruiter as compared to an external search firm?
How would we build it?
How do we, as an in-house recruiter, build an executive search pipeline? Because we would reach out to candidates as an internal recruiter, right? And they'd be like, why am I talking to you? You don't have an active role. So how do you build that internal pipeline? Thank you.
That's a good point. And one of the things, and sometimes people say to me, research companies have the network, they have the little black book, and that's why you're paying for it. That's a perception. I think it's a wrong perception. Often you create the talent pool, and you've got to engage with the pool. So we will actually engage on your behalf, and we do it for a few clients. Facebook, Equity, Kaiser, Visa, we manage their talent pool for them, keeping people warm, finding out what would they move for, when would they move, what would be the motivation to move. So we will keep the talent pool warm for you to a point when you say, look, is there any to actually reach out to at that appropriate time? Because half the time we search, and with passive recruitment, is knowing when to contact someone. Because you may contact now and know they're waiting for the bonus, or they're waiting for this, or waiting for that, or interest rates have just gone up back home, change countries or whatever. Knowing about the candidate, when they'll move and what they'll move for, is a really valuable intelligence. But that takes time. And you've got the time to do that, or the manpower to invest in doing that. But it is a great investment. We can do that for you, and we can maintain that intelligence for you. That's great.
Thank you. Hopefully you can hear me. Yeah, back in the day when we didn't have technology and we had all these candidates in filing cabinets that were gathering dust, and now with ATSs you've got all of these candidates that you've accrued over the years, and obviously if they're still in there because of GDPR and data protection, they're kind of gathering dust as well and a bit out of date. Is there anything you do that can help us kind of bring up the currency of our databases?
Yeah, good point. A lot of companies boast to me, particularly recruitment companies. Quite a few recruitment companies use us to do their research for them. I'll let you in. We've signed NDAs, I can't tell you which ones we make look good. But a lot of them say, we've got a 35,000 name database. Great. When did you last speak to them? Because I tell you what, 70 to 80%, particularly after the Great Resignation, will be out of date. You are just got, like I remember the days before computers when we had filing cabinets and ring files. It's out of date. It's just a complete false security blanket. But we can do that. We have a where are you now system. We will track people down to see where have you moved to and what would you change jobs for, when would you move, what would be the challenge. So that knowledge that you've got in your CRM, your applicant tracking system, we can actually make valuable for you. Because at the moment, it's probably of very little value to your business. But give it to us, we can turn it around, we can return it back to you, and it'll probably save you the cost of one, it'll probably cost you the cost of one hire. And then you've now got a 10,000 name database that we can do. The most we've ever done is for Vodafone UK. We put 16 researchers together on an assignment. Imagine that. I actually led that team. 16 researchers working for 4 days, covered an awful lot of data. They had a sparkling ATS back at the end of the day with really valuable. I don't think they use recruiter fees for the next year because of the information they already had, that otherwise they're paying job boards or whatever to get those same candidates that are in the database. You just need to find out where they've gone to. Yeah? People don't disappear. Some do. But most people don't disappear. They're in the industry somewhere. Yeah? Is that everything?
I used to do executive research in an agency. I graduated to in-house now, but at the start of the lab, so I remember being 20, filling big C-level roles for companies and being paid huge fees in the good old days. But my issue is now I've got to in-house, I'm now working with C-suite executives who want to work with the big names, who I can tell them this is going to be less money and the bonus is going to be better, they're not going to change their mind. Like, not that I can foresee it. So my question to you is, how do I speak up and tell them about your solution, which I think is great, but to someone who's very much, you must use pull and do one bite?
Absolutely. There is that perception about search. Unfortunately, no one got sacked for buying IBM. Somebody did one day, but no one got sacked. well, it didn't work when I used Corn Ferry. I used Egon Zender, so it didn't work. It's not my fault. There is that perception. You're right. And what I say to a lot of small boutique companies that are going up against search companies, say the hiring manager, before you engage with one of the big, the search companies, give me 1 week, and I will tell you I will give you a talent map. It's going to cost us 1,500 quid. I will give you a talent map of the whole industry of who I think we should approach. And that's what we can do. Ask one of those Shrek companies to share that research with you. Most of them won't. They will give you the shortlist report. They don't show you the whole report. Why not? You paid for it. We did some blind testing against Russell Reynolds. Yeah, on 3 occasions. Each time we came out tops. The client didn't know who, the hiring manager didn't know who'd done the research because they weren't thorough. They found a candidate, they marked him as dead candidate. And I said, how old's this research you're testing this on? They said, 3 months. I said, can't be. This guy died in the tsunami. There's a building named after him. When was the tsunami? 2004? There's a building named after him. Here's the link to him. No wonder he's a dead candidate. He didn't reply to your messages. He's been dead for a the company can do. And then reach out. If they still insist on going to a search company, no problems. Go to them with our research and go and negotiate the fee down to 15%. Because you've done the expensive part, you've done the time-consuming part. Yeah. All they're going to do is interview, which is what you do. Yeah. Assume they have got green hair and studs through your eyebrows, that they're going to be right to hire. That's what you're doing. You're doing the interviewing and shortlisting of your hiring manager. The search, the executive search, is the research. It's not the interviewing. And that's the misnomer. That's a complete misnomer. But if they won't do it, they do want to go to Corn Ferry, no problem. They interviewed 75% of their client partners 1 year as candidates. So they're great people. But I know where the work is. It's research. Say to them, here's the research. We're not paying 35%. We'll pay you 15%. Let's see what they say. Yeah? Thanks for it.
Thanks, Michael. Yeah, Michael's details are up there, obviously. If you want to get in touch with him, please feel free. Thanks very much.